Welcome to the channel, it's Mazer. I was originally talking in this original recording, but I forgot how loud video games are, so we're gonna have to redo it. We're gonna redub it. Yep. We're playing Hill Climb Racing 1. Because why not? You'll actually find out more in the video, which is good because I'm going to be talking more in the video. Now that we have 20 seconds and we've lost all of our viewers, we can get into the nitty gritty. We're playing this game because I don't feel like playing Sparking Zero. I'm not really feeling Sparking Zero right now. I'm not really feeling Fortnite. And I'm not really feeling Dragon Ball Legends. Legends is like its own special bit of trash, I think. 2024 is really the worst year for Dragon Ball Legends in a long time. Probably the only time it's been bad. Which is funny to say because Gogeta 4 came out this year. So did, wait, did he come out this year? Technically it was like the end of 2023. I'm gonna count Legends Fest as 2024. Yeah. Wait, was he Legends Fest? It was anniversary. I don't know anymore. It was anniversary though. So this garbage, I think, Dragon Ball Legends, it's not very great. Dokkan's worse, of course, but Legends is not good. But I have it downloaded still because maybe Gogeta will come out or something like that. I'll come back and make a video on it. The point is, I'm here to hate on Sparking Zero. Actually, Sparking Zero is a fun game, kind of, only kind of. I think it's like it's gonna be pretty hard to get someone to want to play the game. Maybe it's just the gamer side of me, the analytical. But I'm just like, if this were any other IP, I would hate this game. And I think that's pretty true. I would hate this game. Like, if it was a Naruto game, I would hate this game. Naruto Ninja Storm, I don't like that game that much. I'm not a big fan of the playstyle. The floatiness of the game is horrible. Sparking Zero doesn't have as much of a problem with floatiness. I actually love how it's similar to Xenoverse 2 where, like, it's not floaty. I can play the game and not hate myself. I feel like I'm actually controlling my character to an extent, of course. Make sure you turn off auto guard because that makes you feel really trash. But when you turn that off, you feel like you're playing the game. The issue is the game's just not great, even with that. My biggest issue is actually with the sparking mode. I talked about it in my last video. Like 9% of our players actually left the game. Sparking mode just makes for such an unfun experience. You can just get it for free. And it's like, okay, that's great. And the only counterplay to it is essentially just to burst dash and attack them before they can get their sparking, or to use like super skills, which if you don't have a character that doesn't have animation, you can probably get it anyways. Because the only way you're going to be able to do damage and have them not block, which obviously it doesn't really matter. As long as you get them to stop charging up to sparking, you should be fine, but you'd want to do damage as well, because otherwise they can just continue blocking because it's going to do chip damage. So you would want to do damage, which you can only do that with characters that have like skills that don't have like an animation for it, like Gogeta's Kamehameha, or like most characters Kamehameha, I think, that don't have like a startup animation. You can use those, but then if they have like a startup, like Gogeta Blue's Soul Puncher, not gonna work. It's gonna be super obvious, and they can just block in time. It's gonna be very, very, very easy to get out of. But sparking mode is just so trash, and it's not even just sparking mode. Actually, I think I should probably give some other points. It's just also the animations for the game are just so garbage, so bad, and that sounds crazy, but it's low key true. The story itself, the animations are just so garbage, like so bad. And what I don't understand is, how do they have the time to animate these ultimates and stuff, and they couldn't just like get in there with the other animations, like in the actual story? Because obviously this game is mainly meant to be played online while you're fighting people, but clearly you would want to put some effort into the story mode, because the story mode does not take, it's not a fast thing. The story mode's not going to take you like 5 minutes. It's not like the average anime game story where you can just complete it in like a day and you're just straight online with all the characters you unlocked. The game story takes a bit of time. Like, there's a lot of stories. You have to be Goku story, Vegeta story, Piccolo story, Gohan story, Trunks' story, Goku Black story, Jiren story. There's a lot of stuff to do. There's also Frieza story. I forgot to mention that. There's a lot of stuff to get through. So I don't know why they would animate it so garbagely if they knew you had to get to level 20. Level 20 is a decent grind. So you gotta, I don't know why they couldn't just make the story good. Like, the animations for it is just so poopy shenane. The best stuff in the story are just the characters' in-game animations, which is crazy to think about because that's not the case for most games in general. Like fighters, the best animations aren't going to be your fighting animations. It's going to be your dramatic finishes. Although the story in that game was trash, at least they had an excuse. Their game story was way shorter than Sparking Zero's. You can just do that in like about a day or two. Really, just like a good 6 hour run if you're just going crazy about it. That I can at least be like, okay, this is trash, but at least it's not garbage. It's like the trash on the top of the trash can, where like you are okay with touching it to like move stuff out of the way, or to like get like if there's a piece of paper and you put it in the trash, you're like, oh, I need that. You can just get it out. But then like Sparking Zero's trash story is garbage story. It's like the bottom of the trash can, like a banana peel, and it's just like all rotted. It's disgusting. That like just truly untouchable. Like just get out of here, please. Like oh my goodness. And of course, I am a Xenoverse 2 fan, so I know I gotta bring them up here too. Their animations are overall just worse than Sparking Zero in every single way possible. But at the same time, I still enjoy that more because their gameplay just is better. But also, their actual cutscenes are just entertaining. They are. Xenoverse 2, if you just look at Xenoverse 2 cutscenes, first of all, most of them are short, just like to introduce you into a fight. But when the ones that actually happen, the actual cutscenes, I'm not even going to consider the DLC. DLC is a little bit cheating, because their DLC cutscenes are going kind of crazy. Even without DLC cutscenes, the cutscenes they do have in the game are just either funny or get the message across in a way that is not garbage. Like, I don't feel like I'm being cheated out of some animation, like I am with Sparking Zero, because the duality of you playing the game versus you playing the story, like you playing online versus the story, is crazy. You will see better animation out of you playing online than the actual story, which is so bad when you realize that the story should 100% have better animation than the online setting. Imagine what they could have done in the story, knowing what they did in the online. That's what I'm left thinking. How could they have cooked? It's so weird, because honestly, it does feel like the game is unfinished despite it being released. Like, and like they already did some patches. They slightly tweaked Yajirobe. Like, it's good that games want to fix stuff or like want to make patches to like make the game better, but it feels like the game they released wasn't even playable, or rather wasn't that great to begin with anyways. No crossplay is actually insane. The fact that like I just straight up cannot have, like, what was it? Like it was Couch Party, like you couldn't even do it. They had to like add it at the last second. Bro, that's like the most basic thing for any fighting game ever. Fighters had that. Xenoverse 2 had that. Like, how is it? I'd be crazy for me to say this. Like, even okay, for most games, Couch Party is a thing they don't have to do anymore. Fortnite's given up on theirs. It still exists, but it's just not good. It's poorly optimized at this point. Call of Duty got rid of it. Those games, it kind of makes sense. First of all, those games, it doesn't cost money to get online. At least for PlayStation, that's a big issue. Which by the way, is Sony's main, like, Sparking Zero's main audience is PlayStation, by the way, because Japan just loves the PlayStation. So I don't understand why they didn't think, wait, this console that people mainly play with each other on is actually going to need some crossplay. Not crossplay, but, the Couch Party stuff. That's so dumb. It's just so stupid. It's just stupido, really. It's truly not Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. It's like, what was this game made for, actually? It wasn't at all made for people to actually play this. I feel like it was made for, like, just, I don't even know. I really don't know. It's fun to fight my friends in this game until I get hit with Sparking Mode backshots. It's fun to play the game until Sparking Mode backshots. It's just like, okay. I think the most fun I have is the Sonic swaying and the countering and like the teleports. That stuff is cool because it's like I technically know, like I know the techniques that are involved in doing that. We're pressing at the exact same right time. We're getting the frames right. We're doing that. That's cool. But then we get to the nitty gritty. The combos are just so mid. I hate how like characters attack combos are just non-existent. Xenoverse 2, Fighters, and Kakarot. Kakarot a little less. I don't really pay attention to it in much Kakarot, but like just the punches and kicks, whatever attacks you're doing in the game are just so much more unique. But in But I feel like in Sparking Zero, weirdly enough, the punching and like pressing square and then triangle and all of this stuff like that while you're actually able to attack the opponent, I just don't care because there's no uniqueness in the combos. I don't like honestly. If you just show me the animations, I couldn't tell you who was doing that attack. Like if you just do a stick figure who's pressing, you press this square and triangle, mostly I would not tell you who it was. I don't know any unique combos, but I can tell you in games like Fighters, Ultra Instinct does that signature little kicky combo that he does, and it just flies in. It's like, oh, this is clearly him. This is clearly Ultra Instinct Goku from Fighters, Xenoverse 2. I hit you with the 5 Light 3 Heavy from Gogeta. I know it's Gogeta because he's doing his signature bop bop knee attack on the same knee, then the uppercut backflip. And there's even more stuff he does. Like, it's just so unique. Like, you really cannot play one character and have it play the same as the other one. In this game, in the Grand Sparking Zero, there's like 182 characters. They, for the most part, I will say for the most part, they don't all play the same, but a lot of them play the exact same. The only difference is how much health you have and how much damage you do. Essentially, at its roots, there's no reason to ever play characters like Yajirobe besides the key system. That whole DP system is the only reason why you'd ever want to do that. And frankly, that system by itself is also dumb too. Because realistically, a game like this where all characters, well, nearly all characters have like the same basic stuff, you might as well just make every character have the same amount of damage. Because I'm not gonna lie, hitting someone with a soul puncher and doing like a crazy amount of damage is super fun. Until I realized that at the end of the day, they can still just like do whatever they want. They can just go ahead and hit you with a good old square combo, and that'll do damage. Barely any, but that'll do damage. And there's no fun to that because it just isn't fun to watch. The best part of Sparking Zero has got to be the animations with skills. But arguably the best way to play the game isn't even using skills. It's literally just a punch, which is the worst part of the game. Literally, like if you want like the how-to basic how to play Sparking Zero good, you just need to punch and then get Sparking mode, then go behind them and then punch. That's it. There's no need for skills. The ultimate, go ahead and press that after you hit them with the square combo in Sparking mode. That's it. That's the whole entire gameplay process. And you charge key while they're stuck in their ground position, and you do the exact same thing over and over again. If you use skills in Sparking Zero, you're probably already on track to lose. Just naturally. Because you're wasting a lot of key. It takes way too much key to just use skills. It's kind of insane. But this video's dragged on for a long time. And I did just release 2 videos in a row where I'm hating on Sparking Zero. So I think it's only appropriate that my next video is me playing Sparking Zero. Or it'd be better if I didn't play. Who knows? Who cares? Because this is a great time to be a YouTuber for Dragon Ball. Because Sparking Zero is one of the games for sure. One of the games. This is gonna be a hateful video. I can already smell the comments. Yeah, I'm gonna die on the hill that Xenoverse 2 is just a better game than Sparking Zero. I guess it's kind of like how Mortal Kombat like 7 is better than Mortal Kombat 1, the newest Mortal Kombat game. Because even though it has better animations, Mortal Kombat 1, the newest one, is just not very great. It fell off hard. It did really bad for a fighting game. Same with like Street Fighter. I think Street Fighter, what was it? I think it's 6. The newest one is just not that great compared to older Street Fighters. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Now that I've actually played Tekken like 8, because a friend actually brought his Xbox on and just let me play it, Tekken's gotten a little worse too. It used to be able to play as a Velociraptor in that game, and then now we're just playing as some randoms who, like, I don't care. Okay. The point being, it may be new, but it's not exactly better. But that's the end of the video, guys. 14 minutes and something seconds. That's going to be a record video. Not at all. There's nothing record-breaking about this video. But if you guys are still here, go ahead and watch all my Gogeta Glaze videos. Because me hating is not that great, but me glazing is great. I think that's my best content ever. Just ask somebody. I think somebody will tell you that glazing is a lot better. But anyways, see ya.